Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade
Shade
and the
in the
City.
City.
I am your girl, Treese.
It's no.
And today, y'all, we are getting into the love after the lockup. Because I
The
told
love
you we'd be
after the
back.
lockup.
We'd be back because I'm hooked now.
And here we are.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm really not here for all of these new couple or people they bring in. I'll get into that. I always get long-winded in the intros because I'll be so excited to see y'all. Don't do that. So if you haven't already, Shade Squad, please make sure that you hit that like button.
And that subscribe button. At least she didn't do it right after she said that like button.
You stupid. And yes, y'all, this is season 5, episode 1. And let's get into it. And let's get shady. So we up in Richmond, Virginia. We get to see our good girl Brittney. I do like Brittney. And Kerok is getting out in a day. So she's preparing for his arrival. Now she done went and got a room down at the Hill in the downtown Richmond. I've actually stayed across the street at the Courtyard, so I knew exactly where she was. And she's been trying to talk to her dad more since we last seen her. And is hoping that he'll meet Kerok and kind of give his blessing as far as their relationship goes. Her mom just ain't with it at all. Apparently her mother broke out in tears when she came to visit her and was basically like, oh, so that's what you're doing. So yeah, her mom doesn't see it for the relationship. Now, her dad has concerns like any parent would have, and feels like, is Kerok going to be able to stay on the straight and narrow once he gets out? Now, Brittney shares a little bit about Kerok's journey on the way to pick him up. She says that apparently he's always been masculine even before he transitioned. And we get to see that obviously she has a really good relationship with his mom, Tammy, which I thought was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem like real good girlfriends or like auntie, niecey vibes. It was very cute. So then Kerok gets out. She has to park she went up the road across the street. It was like, I noticed everybody was doing this, so I guess this is a thing. But I think her reasoning for doing it is because I guess she's a felon, so she can't be around.
It might have been a violation for her, yeah.
Yeah, it was a violation for and apparently this girl's on probation for 20 years. Do y'all know how hard that is? It is easy to violate probation. I'm just saying. So
she's like, and I'm on camera too. She said, nope, my man coming home. I need to be clean, good out.
Right. And so we see Kerok get out and she done sent him some clothes, which I thought was cute. And so he don't have to come out in the jail gear. And I said, okay, Kerok.
Yeah, he wasn't bad looking.
Kerok not bad on the eyes.
He looked much better in, moving and things than in his picture.
Right, absolutely.
No, he wasn't bad looking at all.
Yeah,
I
see how Brittney got caught up.
And like she said, had she not been locked up in an all women's facility, she wouldn't have known that.
Right.
He transitioned. I wouldn't have known either.
I wouldn't either. And look, I would have been like Brittney after I found out I'm a kid. So
I ain't gonna lie. I was like, okay.
Right. I'm like, okay, Kira. But no, I think my favorite part about this scene was that I love the way he looks at her. Like, to Nelson's point, what she was saying all last season, it actually does seem genuine between these two. And it was just beautiful. I was sitting there, it was so cute. And so then, Kerok talks a little bit about his story and how, his dad obviously doesn't really see it for him transitioning as well, and basically told him to get out. And that's exactly what he did. And that's why he was out in the streets trying to survive. So he started, sticking up people. And that's how he ended up getting his 7 years. And so then they finally pull up to see his mama.
I don't think I realized this whole time we were watching it that he was locked away for 7 years.
I didn't either. I didn't realize.
Okay. I thought maybe it was something that I missed or something like that. But I thought maybe he had the same amount of time like as Brittney or
Brittney, yeah. No, I definitely didn't realize it was 7 years. And so I'm like I said, I'm still shedding tears at this point because we pull up, we see Tammy run out and greet her son, and in her eyes, she's like, "That's always been my son," and I'm just happy he's free mentally, physically. It was just beautiful.
It really was. We both admitted that we cried.
And she's like, she's always seen him as a man, and says that, and then he notices like his mom keeps like covering up her face, and then we learn that she has this like genetic cancer that runs in all the women in his family.
He said it was breast cancer.
Oh, breast cancer. But I think he said whatever it is, everybody.
I think it just runs.
Okay.
Through his family, and she's like the first one to beat it.
To actually beat it.
But she's covering her face because the chemo is causing discoloration. I'm not gonna lie. Initially, I thought that she was covering her face because she's doing like this. I thought she was covering her face like maybe for her teeth or something like that. I wasn't sure. But then when they showed her talking, I was like, "There's nothing wrong with this woman's teeth." So I didn't even notice until she said something about the discoloration. Yeah.
And so, Kerok obviously feels bad. He feels guilty that, his mother had to go through all of this by herself while he was locked up. And I just love the fact that he was like, now that I'm home, I realize what I missed out on, and I would never put myself in a position to miss out on that again. And he promises his mom, like, no, I got you from here on out. I got you. I just,
everything.
I was balling.
I feel like everything that happened, especially in that last scene, it really put everything in perspective, knowing now how long he was gone.
Right.
Knowing that he was gone for 7 years, I was like, wow, 7 years is a long time.
It is.
I was like, he really, really did miss a lot.
And so then, he asked his mom if, she's cool with him marrying Brittney, and she gives, her blessing, which I thought was beautiful. And he's like,
absolutely. She's like, I love that girl.
Right. And she even admits that she thinks they're perfect for each other. She's just a good fit, but does say Brittney is a whiner. She loves her, but that know how to whine. And I was like,
baby.
Right. But she loves her nonetheless. And I said it was so beautiful. Like I said, I was in tears, and I hope that it stays this way, but we know how this show goes, so we'll see what happens. But for now, Kerok and Britney are good, and
I love the fact that she made it known, because especially with the relationship he had with his father, she let it be known, like, I love you no matter what, and I am proud to be your mom. I said,
and I just love how they kept complimenting her, like, she's like, you're gorgeous, and he's like, you're beautiful.
Right.
I was just like, yes, affirmation.
And then she switched it up. She's like, you're handsome.
Right.
Handsome. I'm like, okay, respect. No, it was beautiful. That was a beautiful moment. Now into the ratchetness we go.
Your favorite?
Yeah, my favorite. Raneka and Asonta, in case you didn't know who I was talking about when I said the ratchetness. So we know Raneka said that, she wasn't going to get into it with this man about the whole auntie stuff, because, it's his first day home, and she's trying to get knocked off.
She likes being in denial.
And she's trying to get knocked off. That's really what it is. She said it's been a long time, and
she wants that denial D.
I don't know how to hear. I can't. But she said she really don't know who he's playing, whether he's playing her or playing the auntie. But then why the girl called while he was in the car, being all lovey-dovey and stuff like that? Then her attitude changed.
Well, you know what I thought was crazy?
What?
I swear to God, I thought of you. I said, when she passed him the phone, and she's like,
I don't know.
I was like, I wonder what Nels thinks about this. I was like,
I thought it was hilarious.
Never see you calling your phone and you're gonna pass it to him.
I thought it was hilarious because she did it just to show him that I know who it is. Oh, it's your girl. It's your girl. But it would have never got that far. Had it been
I was gonna say, I don't think it would have got that far.
He wouldn't have been in my car. He'd have been
that part.
He'd have been calling that girl to send me my money back. Otherwise, we would have caused the commotion right outside that building. You'd have ended up right back in there, sir. Violation. Okay. Right. And then he would have been on his merry little way. He would have had that lady come pick him up. Okay. Get your auntie to do it. Yeah. So the girl called, she throws the phone in his face, like, here, it's your girlfriend on the phone. And she's like, keep on lying to me. I'm gonna mess you up. And, basically he tells production even that, he thinks that they got
They got their story mixed up somehow.
Somehow, okay.
I was like, are we checking production? Right, and rest in peace, Asonta. But I'm just saying.
The problem is he don't see the show on the inside, so he really don't know how it works.
Okay.
We don't know that we already saw the auntie on the phone saying that was the girlfriend. He don't know. He don't know no better.
Oh, they don't get reality.
No, they got like old shows and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Watching season 1 of Love and Hip Hop and stuff.
Oh, okay.
No, that's the ratchetness they get. So then he tells Raneka, my auntie got a phone for me and I need to go pick it up alone, without you, by himself. She said, that ain't happening. She said, we in this together. Okay. And in the confessional, he said she don't got nothing to worry about. You know, he's going to be faithful to her. Now, how the hell are we supposed to believe that when you can't even admit that this is not your auntie, sir?
I'm still wondering why he's in her car at this point.
I don't... Listen, Raneka, she's a different breed.
I mean, can I just say, Shakola was right. You are chasing some D. She called it, and it is exactly what shout out to Shakola. I knew I liked her, but she said it, and this is exactly what you're doing. It's giving very pick me show.
What she said, she need to pack up her dignity and go home.
Yes.
Yes, she did. It's too late for all that. It's too late for all of that. So then, she started flipping out on him about loyalty. And he told her, listen, basically, I wear the pants in this relationship. Now, are you leaving or are you staying? I said, what? Am I staying? Sir, you are my vehicle. I don't picture. Listen.
Again, it be the audaciousness of these niggas, okay?
Oh my goodness. And of course, she said she ain't going nowhere. She took his ass right to the house, talking about getting laid. Then we see,
I mean, that's all he care about too. He just want to,
Then we see a clip later, 4 hours later, look like he snuck out the house to hop in the car with probably his auntie. We know he got picked up though.
So you know what's so funny? I didn't even think about that. I was like, oh, he done called the Uber already? That was my first thought. Was he called the Uber?
Oh, you thought that was the Uber?
We meet our new girl, Shaerae. She's 34 from some part of New York.
Schenectady.
What is it?
Schenectady.
I knew you would get it. That's why I didn't worry about it. Where exactly in New York is that?
That's like upstate.
Oh, it's one of those.
It's normally people from the city, if they want to stay in New York, they'll move to like the Schenectady area.
Oh, it's like Rochester.
Who thinks about Rochester?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, Schenectady
is about Schenectady. It's a winkadink.
A winkadink.
I've never met anybody from.
You never, for real?
Nope.
No, a lot of people move to Schenectady. I think my Aunt Lena, I think that's where she lives now.
That's probably why they probably just say I'm from New York and don't nobody ask any further questions. Right, so
that's the people that are normally there are the people that used to live in the city. It's not like they are originally from Schenectady. I'm not saying that there's not people there from Schenectady, but most people that used to live in the city and want to get more for their money and don't want to move out the state of New York, that's usually where they move. Up in that area.
It's giving skinamarinky dinky dink. Skinamarinky dink. Okay. But
you're so stupid.
So Shaerae apparently has a history of dating men with a checker past or basically just don't have it together. So she met Anthony when she was 14 and he apparently cheated on her because he was a ladies' man. But he wanted that old thing back. So, he gotta find my way back.
People in jail want anything,
right?
Anything helping them, anything to.
So he continued to pursue her, I guess, from jail is what I'm assuming, and then asked her to marry him. His mother, Charisse, has a key to their condo, and apparently when Shaerae walks in, she's in the kitchen cooking, so she's real comfortable.
Super comfortable.
And she's not really here for Shaerae's bossiness. And she doesn't think her son, she like her, but she don't think her son gonna be able to deal with that either. He don't like to really be told what to do. So her mom tells her that she needs to stay in his ass, hold him accountable and stuff. But she also needs to be in his corner. And I was like, how's that gonna work? But anyway, his mom says she can't do another bid with her son. And as we all know, if you've had somebody that's been in jail or had family members, yeah, you're doing the time with them. So I understood what she was saying, but it's not like she's gonna stop accepting the phone calls. So I'm just saying. Now, Shaerae plans on doing something strange for a piece of change for her man when he gets out. So he plans on making it rain on that. So she also plans on throwing a welcome home party. This is when I said, okay, where are we going with you? Where are we going? So she's throwing a welcome home party for him, but reveals to her homegirl, I didn't get the homegirl's name on the phone, that she plans on inviting her son's father to the party because she wanted to be petty and let him know that, her life is good over here. They good over here. So, I guess. And then we learned that, and what, she said something about her baby daddy saying something, and I was like, and I think he said something like, oh, if you had a man over there, da, 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 da. Like what, that you wouldn't have to take care of your kid? Because that's what it was giving when she said that. And I was like, so now you go introduce him to the jailbird to make him feel like that he somehow is I don't
listen. Listen. Clearly, nobody's better than the next because she's used to dating losers. They're all losers. Who knows? He was probably locked up too. He's probably a convict too. Who the hell knows? Everybody.
You know what? Now that you say that, that's a very good point.
Everybody. She said everybody I dated either ain't had no job or all the above. No job, been locked up, can't pay the bills, they ain't got no license. It's not like he any better.
And then we learned that she has a little bit of Savannah in her from last season because she wanted to marry him. They were supposed to get married. And then what had happened was she found out that he was already married and not divorced because he tried to divorce her in jail, but it didn't go through. And of course, he didn't know because he was in jail. And so he was still married. So she went as far as to pay $100 to get I feel like you can do that in office now.
When I saw the price of this fake marriage, I said it's cheaper to get a real one.
Well, she can't get it.
Well, she can now.
So she done went and purchased a fake marriage certificate to try and prove that they're solid as a rock. Anyway, but no, she's
all it proves is she a damn liar.
Right. But she knows that she's gonna look even crazier when they learn that she lied after watching this show. And that's our good girl Shaerae. Oh, here's Nels' favorite.
I can't with this chick. Andy and
I don't have my cape. I got my hoodie. I got my hood, but I ain't got my cape.
I ain't got no reason to cape for him right now.
Okay.
But yes, it's Andy and Brittney. Andy was setting up the room. He got her looking super cute for when he goes to pick up Brittney. Of course, he got the cash out, with a stash at, with a cash at. So, they go downstairs to meet with Gracie. You can tell she's super excited because this girl is talking.
Right.
I mean, like
talking and she's smiling.
Yeah, like more than 2 sentences. She says she just wants to see her mom, and they head out to go wait for her. So they waited, basically after waiting in this hot ass sun for 2 hours. Their mama finally arrived. I don't know why they were standing outside the car. Like, if
maybe they didn't want to use the gas to burn the AC. I don't know. They didn't want to sit in the car.
I love my mama, but you're gonna find somebody else to do it.
Did you see them deflated ass balloons?
So, apparently,
I
actually touched on it. So, apparently, Brittney has a long history of dealing with the law. She said the officers all in her town know her, even by the back of her head.
No, what it was for me when she climbed out the cop car twice in one day.
Twice in one day.
I said, that's real. That's real criminal. Like, that's.
And you would think as an ex-cop, I mean, well, Andy, you know how to pick him. You know what also shocked the hell out of me? I didn't realize Andy was married twice.
New. This is new information.
This is new information because we knew that he was married. That's all he talked about was the drug addict wife or ex-wife. We ain't know there was somebody else after that.
Right.
Andy, just like a cop. Just like a cop, hold back some information.
Uh-huh.
So then Andy told her to release the balloons just as if she was released today. And them damn things ain't go nowhere. They ain't making too far.
I thought that was a bad omen.
Listen, I said, I hope that's not a bad omen. And then in the preview for next episode, we see her looking at the cash, where the cash at, where the stash at. So I don't know. It was I hope it wasn't a bad omen. That's what I'm saying.
Look, and I already told y'all what I think. I get high. That's what Brittany is going to be saying. Okay, I want better for her, but I don't think that that's what's going to happen.
Listen, for the sake of Gracie, at least, please, for the sake of Gracie, at least.
For the sake of Gracie, but poor Gracie. Yeah. So now we meet another new.
Well, she's not. They're not new.
Oh, they're not new. Oh.
No, remember in the thing she said the first time they met, that was from previous season.
Oh
yeah, the mama did not. It's Louie and Melissa, but the mama did not like her at all and had no problem.
Well, I don't. Okay, so I didn't watch those episodes, so I wasn't that intrigued by them this time. Is there a reason why they brought these bookers back?
I think it's because of the drama between the mom and
oh, okay. Got it. So
and because they like went to school together, they got like a history, you know.
Oh, okay. It's supposed to be like a love story, I guess. Now Melissa, 39, she's from Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. Never heard of that, but I do know where, I've been in New Jersey. I don't know where the Highlands are. So she met Louie in high school. They reconnected on Facebook 20 years later. Now, Louie went to prison for a robbery and has been there for 9 years, but he's getting out in 2 days. I said, okay. Her family isn't crazy about her dating him. Her dad thinks that he might be on drugs. And her sister.
I'm not gonna lie. Initially, I was like, where'd that come from, Daddy?
Right. I did. I was a little thrown off until she.
And then all the sisters and everybody laughing like, what?
And then her sisters worry about her being, footing the bill for everything because obviously it might be a little difficult for him to find work coming out of prison. And then they joke with her because he doesn't have any teeth. And I just thought that this was real intriguing. And she corrects them and says that no, he has 5. He has 5 teeth.
And it all made sense.
But she's willing to look past that. When she said that, that's when I knew. I said, oh, that's why they think he's on drugs.
And it's funny. She says she's willing to look past it, but Daddy showed her what it's gonna look like. This man pulled out her dentures. He said, "You gonna be able to deal with this?"
Right. So she did admit that he had his teeth removed in prison because of drugs. And in my notes say she's another delusional one. His mother Donna and Melissa his mother Donna and Melissa really don't get along or see it for each other. Donna clearly feels like she runs things and says she's been the one holding her son down, and could really give a damn about Melissa. And that's what and they're about to take this trip together to go pick him up. I think it's a 3-hour drive.
She said she'd rather do 30 days in jail than 3 hours in the car with that lady.
And Mama has an unhealthy attachment to her son.
She does.
Yeah, very unhealthy. But she felt like I held him down. I was at the court dates. I was like, okay, Mama.
It'd be like that when the mama goes, 13 years, she said, without having sex?
That part.
She need a man of her own. That's all it is.
That part. So yeah, that was our new cast of Love After Lockup, you guys. Again, I could have maybe done without the Louie and the
Melissa.
Donna and the Melissa, but everybody else seems pretty interesting. So yeah, let us know. Drop down in the comments. Let us know what you think. But if you have not already, please, please, please make sure that you have hit that like button.
You comment.
You subscribe.
And you hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, and the Facebook, and the IG. And as Nell said, please make sure the notification bells are on because we have been doing a lot better of a job of going live. And so, yes, you never know what show we're going to feel that we want to go live for and just come to you. So make sure that you have your notifications on so you know when we're coming live and you can join us in the chat and we can have a whole discussion and conversation about this craziness. But yeah, we appreciate you guys. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.